Hi everybody, I am here because once again I have been inclined to spread some messages. Oh no, I lost some petals. Look at that. There they go. So I'm here because for a lot of reasons. One, November, as I've mentioned in my previous video, is a lot of transition and a lot of dramatic purging and changes as far as the direction of a lot of people's lives. So with that said, I'm back, not only to offer comfort for those that are going through very difficult situations right now, but also to share with you some thoughts that I have about how some people are kind of taking this whole transition. So I hear a lot of people that pray or they ask for things or they try to manifest things. They speak to the universe or God or angels or spirits as if they are these faraway entities that are just kind of in the sky, and you're like, well, I hope you help, or it would be nice if you helped out, as if they are that apart from us. God is very interactive. Spirit is very interactive. The universe, law of attraction is very interactive. It's very much, it's not passive. It's very active. It's not something that is just kind of out there and it happens to work and it comes back to you. It's not like that. It's very much a part of our everyday lives, a part of our everyday scenarios, our difficulties, our triumphs. Spirit is not passive. It's not something that's just like, oh, well, it picks and chooses when it's going to help you out in your life. It doesn't work like that. Love is love is love, and it always works for you. Even when it seems like things are going against you, they're going against you for things to work for you in another way. So, on top of that, there have been a lot of people making a lot of videos, and that's great, and I support spreading the light and love, but at the same time, there's been a lot of spread of fear, and it is offsetting the scales in the wrong direction. I mean, technically there's no wrong direction, but we don't have time for that today. So what's happening is that there are a lot of people with even gifts that are being deceived. Seems like such a strong word, but that's kind of what's happening here, is that there are a lot of people that think they're spreading knowledge, and what they're doing is working for the not so great side of things, whether you consider that evil, negative, dark, repulsive force, whatever you call it. That's the side that it ultimately supports. Now, does that mean that you ignore a crisis or that you ignore issues? No, it does not. You can acknowledge those things without having the sense of fear and sense of urgency that tends to come with those. I had a friend, very gifted woman, come to me and she said, oh no, it feels like something really bad is going to happen in the next 2 weeks. And I was like, what are you talking about? If it was that bad on that scale, I'd probably pick up on it. But she said it was going to be pretty bad. So she said that the information came from Spirit. But that didn't strike me correctly, because whenever information comes to me, even when it's not so good news, there's always an air of it's okay. It's all right. You'll be okay. Or things will be okay. Or it'll work out. It always comes with this peace with it. So when she was telling me about the message didn't come with peace. And if it doesn't come with peace, it's not coming from the light. And it's as simple as that. That people seem to mistake in the light to be things like, you get positive messages all the time of there are rainbows and ponies outside, and that's great, and you never hear about anything bad happening, but that's not true. You do hear about negative things or bad events happening, or pick up on some bad juju. That happens, but it always, 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 when it's from the right source, comes with a sense of comfort that no matter what, you are always taken care of. So as people are going through these transitions, if you're watching some people's videos and they're like, oh, it's going to be like 15 days of darkness. Okay, well, it might be, but did you receive that message in a message of comfort, or did you receive in a message of you're probably going to die in like 48 hours in the worst way and you should be scared even though there's nothing you can do about it? We have to watch where this information is coming from. We have to watch the people that we are listening to. that are delivering this information. People may seem like they're in good positions, and they may have been in those great light positions at some point. But there's a lot of transitioning happening right now, and there's a lot of switching of players, if you can put it that way, in a universal sense. And people that were once very valuable resource that I once looked to are, in a sense, being tainted. And this is happening, again, not to work against you, but this is happening to teach you how to listen to what's in you. Because the messages that truly come from spirit come from within. The messages that are the most trustworthy come from within. All the direction, all of what you need to do, where to go, who to talk to, all that stuff comes from within. We're getting into a time where media is great. Like, there's so many humorous things online, but at the same time, there are many diverting things online, distracting things online that are pushing people in the completely wrong direction. So learn to listen to that voice even more. I'll probably do a video on the difference between intuition, judgment, and discernment, because those are three different things that a lot of people are not familiar with when they hear the little voice on the inside. Again, this is a different video. So with all the transitions that people are going to be going through these next, mostly this week feels like it hits hard, like metal, like a brick. This week something hits hard for a lot of people, whether it's on the emotional level, physical level, spiritual level. Something hits hard for most people this week. It started last week, but this week it's like things start coming out swinging, especially if you have not taken steps to put your life on the track that Spirit is trying to put it on. And once again, I do these filters to kind of lighten up the situations of what's going on. Never is it about doom and gloom, but more so of a heads up. If you're wondering why all this is happening, this is why. This is what's going on. So I wonder if I can mess with the flowers. I could mess with the cat ears when I had them. I don't know what this does. Shake the petals out. So, it's important to keep your humor. It's important to understand that Spirit is active. It is not passive. It's not just listening to your prayers and sticking them in like a little box for maybe a day when it feels like helping you. It's not how it works. It's very much involved in our lives, very much involved in everyday little and big situations. Angels are not beings that just sit up on clouds all day and watch us like, damn, that sucks for them. That's not how that works. And yes, we say all things in universal time and manifestation and in God's time, but it still works with us. It works with us continually every day, every second of your life. So, the next 2 weeks are looking heavy, particularly this week. I do not know what's going to happen, but it feels like it's pretty heavy. There's a lot of purging that still needs to happen. When I did readings for a couple people recently, the consistent message was purge, let go, move on, go on to the next thing. And then right after that, a lot of people got positive change, healthy outcome, abundance, prosperity. These things are not happening to break you down just for the sake of beating you up. This is not why this is happening. Some people say, oh, that's the devil, or oh, that's bad, or oh, that's bad juju or bad karma. Sometimes it might be. It just might be. But this time, it is the good trying to say, hey, hello, I've been trying to tell you for years that you don't need to be in that situation, relationship, household, whatever it may be, and you're still there. You know what? No, we're going to shake you up. We're going to get you out, okay? Because it's time to move on. The situation is old. It's stale. It's time, okay? Game time. So I'm not going to make this too long. But I definitely felt inclined because I see it happening and it's like a wave and it takes a lot of people off guard, and whomever has the ears for these messages, then, you know, this is for you. And I say that metaphorically, like whoever it's supposed to reach, then this is for you. If you were asking for some kind of explanation, do I have all the answers? Absolutely not. But I do have a pretty great connection, and I have the messages that come to me, and when they're big enough on a large enough scale, I share them. So what's going to happen? It can be all sorts of things. Does that mean that you panic this week and you go into Monday like, oh my God, now Monday is like 10 times worse because she said something bad was going to happen? And that also doesn't mean that you go through your week saying, man, she said something horrible was going to happen, I should watch out. No. This means that you go through your week with the trust and faith and light and love that everything is going to work out in your life. There are so many questions I do not have the answers to right now in my own life, but I'm able to kind of just coast with it because of my trust that everything's working out for my highest good. And so I'm here to ask everyone else to trust that as these events occur on small and large scale that are affecting people, understand that spirit, energy, manifestation, these things are not passive. They are very active in all of our lives, whether you are aware of it or not. So, if anyone, as usual, has any questions, you can inbox me. You can write holistichahangout@gmail.com if you have any questions as far as any of these videos go. I try to present them in a way that most people can kind of get the gist of what I'm saying, or like I said, nobody's panicked over it. The key, panic is the opposite direction that you want to go right now. Right now it's about letting go, surrender, so that you can see the direction that you need to go to move on. Because this week, it's for those who are a little bit more hard-headed. Yeah, it's gotta roll through. It's gotta push you. It's like a pushy parent. You know, come on, you gotta get up, you gotta go to school, you gotta get good grades. There, it seems sucky when it's happening, and then when you are older, you're like, oh, that's why. Okay, I get it now. I get why I had to eat my vegetables, or why I had to put a jacket on when I went out and it was cold. Like little things like that. So right now, the energies that be and the powers that be are being that parent that's like, all right, that's enough. Okay, I'm going to take care of you, but in order to take care of you, I need to put you in a place where you kind of will allow me to. And for some people, that means breaking them down a bit so that they're in a place where they're open to being built back up. And that was a message that just came through just now. So that's definitely for someone that is watching this. So, love you guys as usual. And know that there's so much love out here for you from strangers, from friends, from family, from all kinds of people. There's such a wealth of support both in the physical and in the non-physical for you. So please do not be opposed to praying or writing out a list of what you're grateful for, or for talking with the light and meditating in that. Whatever gets you lined up with that, do it, because you are going to need it. I'm going to say that with all the love possible, okay? So, bye everybody. Love you so much. And please, please, please take care of yourself and take care of your light, okay? Bye guys.